What's going on, guys? Stevie from the Minimasters here, and today I'm going to show you how to sound deaden your headliner. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to lay out your sound deadener so it will flatten out, get pliable. It is 67 degrees today here in PA, and it's the middle of January. Unreal temperatures, but it's perfect for letting the Dynamats get out here and start to get nice and pliable. So I have that sitting out there, and you can actually roughly guess what a box will cover as far as your headliner. Now granted, I did already use about 3 sheets or so to do that door on that side, and I haven't gotten to this door yet, but we're gonna do the headliner. So first thing you're gonna do is start taking down all your trim pieces. So you're gonna take your visors out. They're just 1 screw, 3 screws to hold those in. You're gonna go around and you're gonna remove all your trim screws. And once you've removed this piece, this front piece, which I already have removed, your visors, and then of course this back piece here, along with your dome light, mine has seen better days, your headliner should come down. So I'm gonna do that and bring you back. So here we are, guys. This is the underside of your roof, of your cab. Okay, it's just nice plain painted steel. Older trucks, they wouldn't even put a headliner. It looked so nice. So what we're trying to do with the headliner is we're trying to reduce that steel sound. So just imagine you have rain, wind turbulence moving over the top of your truck. It creates noise. So what we want to do is reduce that. So we're going to try to cover every inch of this with sound deadener. Now, a couple key points here. You want to watch putting it around areas where you're going to have to remount your visors. So these areas you'll want to cut out, or maybe not even put anything entirely. So you cut out around this shape here and around this shape here. Okay. And then of course we have our dome light back here, our cab light. Now this is an F150, but the previous owner had put clearance lights, and I later updated them to units that worked better. And so I have all this wiring here. If you don't have the wiring, then thank God you don't have that level of complexity. But obviously I'm gonna have to work around the wiring here. And instead of putting the sound deadener over it, which would be the quick and dirty way, I'm gonna actually try to cut the pieces around this so that if I ever wanna work, do any maintenance on this wiring, I don't have to pull the sound deadener down. So I'm gonna start from one side. Doesn't matter which side you choose. And I'm going to take the mats and I'm going to lay them long ways. Okay, so I'll start here and start to work them over. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Dynamat, you peel this backing here and it reveals kind of like a rubbery tar substance, and it's sticky. So it will stick to just about everything you put on it, provided that you really call it mush it on there. And so you need one of these rubber wheels, and that really helps you to flatten it down and get it into the nooks and crannies. And so you're just going to take it one sheet at a time, start at one end, peel, roll it, peel, roll it, peel, roll it, back and forth until you finally cover your desired area. So I'm going to get started and I'll bring you back. So as you saw in that video, basically I choose an end and I work it over a little pull at a time. Now I chose not to go right against the edge of the cab just because it's just a lot of contouring to have to figure out on one piece. So what I will do is I'll come back and I will piece these in separately. That way I can just have nice straight flat runs. Now for those with cab lights, on this side you'll notice I actually notched out a large chunk and then I just put that little piece back there. It's not the prettiest way to do it, but in this instance it's expedient. Now here you'll notice I just put a slit in it and then I just kind of folded it underneath the wire and everything, and that's really the cleanest way to do this job. The Dynamat comes with some aluminum foil style tape, kind of like HVAC tape, and you can actually cover seams like that, especially seams in between the mats, and so you can always come back and tape that. But generally that's how you do this. So I'm going to continue that process all the way to the other side, put in those other little bits, and I will bring you back for the finished showing. So here we are, guys. The interior roof of my cab is all covered in Dynamat Extreme Sound Deadener, and it looks awesome. But does it function? Man, just listen to that, or not listen to as much sound as before. Remember when I knocked on it and you had that like hollow metal ringing beer can, tin can kind of noise? Now it just sounds so solid, even quiet. That alone should tell you that this cab is going to be so much more quiet, especially on the highway or running knobby tires or loud exhausts, anything. This thing really made a huge improvement. And as you can see, it's fully contoured to the roof thanks to that rubber trim wheel, which is a must if you're going to do this job. And then I like to be thrifty when using Dynamat because it is a little bit pricey. And so I like to just take the extra pieces that I've left over and cut and fill the other areas rather than trying to use up other sheets and throw scraps away. Okay, I recommend that to you guys because most of us like to be thrifty, but if you prefer using full sheets to do your coverage, to each his own. So just in case you're curious on coverage, I bought a 36 square foot box of this Dynamat Extreme, and so far I've used it to do the roof in here. I've used it for that door, and 3 sheets is enough, which is what I have left over to do this door. So one box does all of that, and so I would recommend 3 boxes to complete the whole cab. It took me roughly a box to do the floor and part of this back wall, so if you really want to cover everything, 3 boxes should do it. So guys, that's all for me. I highly recommend that you sound deaden your truck because these things do rattle a lot. They are very noisy inside, and if you're running knobby tires, exhaust, or you just want to listen to the person sitting next to you or to the radio or what have you, you're going to want this, and it's really easy to put in. So give it a shot. I bought this from Amazon. You can buy this stuff just about anywhere. Dynamat is a name in the industry, and they're apparently the best, and I have to agree. So that's all for me, guys. Hit the subscribe icon over here. Check out some of my other videos. I'm Stevie from the Minute Masters. Thanks for watching.